You better hide the pictures and the drugs. He's about to unmute.
Uh-oh.
Good timing there. What's up, guys? Welcome to Zero Strategy, episode 3. We've been gone for quite a while, so apologies for that. But we're back, and we've got so much to talk about. First of all, today I'm joined by the Mighty Kibbles. How you doing?
Hey, not too bad. How about you, man?
Doing pretty good, thank you. And we're also joined by that guy Cod, aka Manu.
Hello.
He finally got a webcam. Look.
Yeah, look.
So Cyber at the last minute, something came up. He couldn't be here. It's totally fine. We are a 3-man show today. But we have so much to talk about that you don't have to worry about that. So, yeah, we can hop right into it. Well, first of all, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll have a quick catch up because it has been a while. Kibbles, what have you been up to for the last? Well, let's just say the last week or two, because we've not done an episode in like a month. But recently, what you been getting up to?
Just been playing a whole lot of Pokemon.
A whole lot of Pokemon.
And I just reset my PC last night. So as they know, before this call, I was trying to get my other camera set up, and it didn't go well.
Yes, but hey, you had to do it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing a fresh wipe of PC. I was saying to you earlier, I have just done that as well. It didn't solve any issues for me, which is a little frustrating.
Oh.
But yeah, it's I think it's good to do from time to time. Yeah, I am. By the way, I guess chat can maybe tell us if people are too loud, too quiet. Does it sound okay? Do I need to turn Kibbles up?
Should I turn myself up? Should I put this on a little bit?
If you could turn yourself up a little bit, maybe, just to be safe. Perfect. And then that guy called her Manu. Let's call you Manu. How have you been? What have you been up to?
I mean, I've been pretty good. I had a few nice couple of weeks, I guess. I broke my toe, so that wasn't too fun. So I'm still recovering from that, being at home till Thursday, and then I go back to work, and then obviously Pokemon a lot. I played the new Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is a really nice game, which is exceeded all expectations I had from the game. It's really good. So yeah, I played that, and then yeah.
Nice, man. I want to get into talking a bit more about the games soon. We will definitely get into that. But we have some like topics to go over, some streaming topics, which I guess is kind of the main point of the show, to talk about streaming, content creation, that kind of thing. So we're going to jump into that and get through that. The other thing as well, chat, for the live viewers right now, we used to have a separate room that we would use to put questions in for the show. Twitch removed rooms. There's no rooms anymore. So if you have a question, kindly hold on to it till the end, and we will try and get to it. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't sort of save them for later. So you'll just have to hold it in, and we'll try and get to questions at the end. So Manu, what's our first topic for today, if you would be so kind?
Yeah, the first topic is how to engage with viewers off stream with like social medias and things like that. How we do it.
Okay, sure. So running through, I guess we'll get like all your guys' thoughts, but I mean, first of all, do either of you have any pro tips or any strategies that you use for engaging with viewers and your community off of stream?
Memes.
No,
Memes.
I mean, when I post on Twitter, it's not often. Honestly, I'm usually just like on Twitter looking for memes and stuff. Honestly, more I do is like messages on Discord and stuff, and like Discord servers from the community.
Sure.
That's the most I do. I mean, I'm on Twitter all the time, but I never post really, other than when I'm going live.
Sure.
So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, when I post a video.
Fair enough. Yeah. What about yourself, Kibbles?
Yeah, it's a lot of. I'm sorry.
I chose a bad time to throw that to you. I'm sorry.
It's a lot of stuff on Discord mostly. A decent amount of interaction on Twitter, but that's mostly people that I don't know through Twitch.
Okay.
It seems, or just like other streamers is usually who I interact with on there.
Sure.
But Discord is is wonderful for that. And yeah, memes.
Yeah.
All right, well let's
Memes.
let's dig a little deeper into that. So, for anyone that doesn't know, Discord. How would you describe Discord? It's like
The Skype killer.
yes. Discord's
Yeah.
great, honestly. I love Discord. Um it's like having a sort of little private social media, I suppose, for your own community. I guess in a way you would create a server or join a server, and then you can have all sorts of different rooms. People can have voice chat. There can be like text chat rooms. There's little games you can play. But in my opinion, it's one of the best things you can do as a streamer is to have a Discord server. Because what it does is if you're streaming, people are talking, you're chatting, you're having a good time. When that stream ends, those viewers, they're maybe going to go somewhere else, watch another stream, do whatever else. Whereas if you've got a Discord that they can join, it means they can still be in there talking to you, talking to each other, being part of the community 24/7, when you're not live. And it's a great way of keeping people's interest. Because again, Twitch is so fast, right? There's so many people, there's so many streams, there's so many viewers. Like it's so easy for someone to just find you and never come back and just get lost. If you've got a Discord and there's a few people and there's a community, it can, I think, make people feel more involved and more into that community. And personally, again, I don't use my Discord as much as I should do. I'm in way too many Discords, but I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like that's a must for any streamer that's trying to build a community.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're a streamer, it's not really. I don't think you came around the name of Discord. Like you must have heard of it at least.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's gotten so big, and yeah, I mean, I text a lot in Discord, and I live for the memes that get posted in Discord. By the way, if you have any cat or Baby Yoda memes, I would like to have those. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have Disney Plus yet, so I don't understand the Baby Yoda meme. I mean, I guess it's just that he's cute, but like,
He's
makes me
fun
sad.
fact. He's actually 50 years old, so he's older than all of us, but he's still that cute.
All right. Well, so I mean, do you think there's if you were starting streaming today, brand new, first ever stream, do you think there's a point in having a Discord? Like, when do you start your Discord? Is kind of what I'm
Well,
asking, I guess.
I mean, if I would start my stream, I want to build up all my social medias from like the start and at the same time. So I guess when I start my stream, I would have a Twitter already and probably make a Discord server just in case like anybody wants to join it. I mean, if I start now, like first day, there's obviously not going to be a lot of people to join the Discord server or even the stream.
Yeah.
But just in case someone joins and it's like, oh, I really enjoy your stream, you have something so you can engage with those viewers, with those you after stream, even.
Sure. And it's a good way
Yeah,
to.
it doesn't hurt to start it early.
Yeah, I feel the same. It's a good way to interact with your, I guess you want to maybe it's like a hardcore audience, right? Your viewers that are there hanging out every stream, no matter what game you're playing. They're the ones that are going to be in the Discord talking to you, and sharing memes. And you know what I find, and we can get into this more as well, is that if I have to cancel a stream or change the time of a stream, I post it on Twitter. Half my viewers don't have a clue that that's ever happened, and I will get messages in Discord saying, "Where are you? Where's the stream?" Because they're not looking at my Twitter. So I feel like the people that are most invested in the community are going to be, for me personally, are going to be in the Discord, and it's an easy way to reach out and communicate and know that message kind of gets across. Whereas I feel like Twitter's a bit more of a wider net. I know you use Twitter quite a lot, Kibbles. I follow you. I see some crazy tweets. What is your what would you say your sort of strategy on Twitter is? Do you have a game plan, or do you just
I would say there's zero strategy.
Got him.
Good setup. I love it.
Yeah, I just, it's kind of just a stream of consciousness. If I come up with something, I'll just throw it out there. It doesn't matter if it's good. There's really no thought to it, just a decent amount of shit posting, and then promoting my stuff.
I
So
think if I would
I want to
tweet,
keep it so it's not like 90% just, oh, I'm going live, or retweets or anything like that.
Mm.
So I want to kind of balance it with really bad content that might be funny.
I think if I would tweet everything that came to my mind, I would probably be already banned or DMCA'd.
Yeah, okay. So there's a fun story. Well, I might as well tell it again. Sorry if you've heard this a million times in my stream already, but so I had a Twitter account for years, a long time, and it got recently banned because there was a video. Now this is kind of comes into another part of it, which is a lot of people, and maybe streamers as well, I think, they purely use Twitter to post their link. And if you click on their Twitter page and scroll down, it's just, I'm going live, I'm going live, I'm going live, I'm going live, and just the link, just constantly, right? Which to me doesn't provide any value. Like, I may follow that person on Twitter if I enjoy their stream, but I'm not getting any value of following their Twitter because they're not tweeting anything, interesting. And, there's a lot of times where I'm at work, I've got 5 minutes spare, I'll open up Twitter. I'm not going to have time to click a link and come into a stream. Yeah, I just want to read some stupid stuff, look at some memes, and, so what I did was to try and spice up my going live posts. I would have little videos and things like that. And we had a video that was made that was like a parody of iCarly. That was iCondi with clips from the stream, but it used the music from the show iCarly. And I, every so often, maybe once or twice a week with my going live post, I would post that video. It was a funny little video. I had people say they enjoyed it, they thought it was funny. And it's engaging, right? I feel like you're more likely to click and go into a channel if you see a video that gives you a little laugh, right? You're going to click on that link and go in and hang out in the stream. So people liked it. But then one day I got hit with a DMCA, which is a copyright strike, basically. I was using the song. I did not own the copyright for it. That's totally fair. But they striked every single tweet one after the other. So as far as Twitter was concerned, I was like a complete repeat offender. I just kept doing it over and over and over again. And this all happened in the space of an hour. My Twitter got banned. And now I have a new Twitter account with a slightly different handle, and it's really upsetting. It's really upsetting.
Funny story about that. That video, that iCondi video, it's like 1.5 minute video, but that shit took so long because you had to go. How it's a green screen, so there's a template of it where usually in iCarly there's the videos they show,
Mhm.
right, in those little boxes, and it just switches one to another, and then you have to put each and every single clip you have in those boxes and then go with the timestamp and track them so they stay with the box. So it should took 2 days or 3 days to finish a 1 minute video. That's so upset.
And
I mean,
that considered, that falls under fair use. I completely disagree with their action there. It's it was, they were in the wrong.
I
And then-
kind
and
of
then you
agree
look on
with you.
Twitter, and there's something 1,000 times worse than that, because this is transformative. This is under fair use. And then you have something like those iCarly. I just saw it pop up on my feed 2 days ago. Is iCarly taken out of context? It's full 30-second to minute-long clips.
yeah.
Just uploaded there. Nothing to them.
Yep.
It's literally just the content posted up there, and that stays.
Yeah. Now see,
Yeah, there's a lot of these no context things. There's
Yeah.
Drake and Josh, no context, and all that shit.
yeah. The issue I had is that it was still a small Twitter. I mean, I've had maybe 600 followers on that account. It's not a big Twitter account, and I tried to appeal it, but they just ignored me because they don't care, right? I mean,
Yeah.
how many millions of other accounts are there with 500 followers, 600 followers? And I I actually emailed. It gave me the details of the company that struck the tweets. And I emailed them. I never got a response, right? But I just like to imagine they get this email please, would you release the strike on my little Twitter account? So yeah, that didn't go well. Anyway, point
I
being,
was thinking, real quick, and after this podcast, I'm gonna go make a Conifly no context Twitter.
I love
They
Twitter.
go
I
spraying 'em
really
down.
do. But yeah, so to get back to I guess the original point, the reason I did that was to try and make those going live tweets more interesting. All right, I think we can all agree that anything is better than just posting your link and saying I'm live. Anything's better. So, post an image, take a selfie. There's a few streamers I watch that will post a selfie every time they go live. I like to take a clip from my most recent stream, or depending what game I'm playing, I'll take a clip of that game. Maybe something funny. Because again, and here's the thing: don't just put the link of the clip, because in my experience, no one's going to click that link and wait for it to load on another site. Embed the video directly. It's a bit of a pain, but on a mobile, you can download your clips and just upload them straight to Twitter. It takes a couple minutes longer, but it works so much better. I don't know. I've not seen a ton of interaction since I started doing that, but I'm gonna keep doing it, because as long as I keep streaming, there will still be clips being generated, and I can just use those and post them on Twitter, right? Might as well. For a while, I did the strategy of posting really bad jokes every day. Now I ran out of jokes, which is a problem, so that had to come to an end. But that worked great. And I actually, for the first time, did see clear proof that people were coming from my tweets to my stream, and they were coming in and saying, I just had to come in here and tell you how bad that joke was. And then they would tell me a joke, and then it's like there's a new person talking and hanging out in the community, and that's what it's all about, right? So I guess that's my strategy, is to just try. I'm not very good at like what you're saying, Kibbles, like stream of consciousness tweeting, because I second guess myself all the time. I write out a tweet, I look at it, and I think nobody cares about my opinion on this.
You see, there's a trick to that.
Okay.
You got to do it while you're pooping.
Yeah.
So then you're like, well, I got to finish that pooping, or just wake up in the middle of the night and go, and tweet it.
Okay.
You can't second guess that if you're not awake.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, there you go. Pro tips there.
I wake up all the time and send Discord messages to someone that like messaged me before I went to bed, but I didn't see it. And then the next morning I wake up and look at the message and like, what the fuck did you send them? Like, when you're like conscious from the sleep and you it's like you're in another world. Like, it's weird.
I
Yeah.
remember an editing story from Condi where you got a message about something failing to upload and it hadn't. You dreamed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I got a message from Manu saying that like something had happened. Yeah. And then another message a couple hours later saying that you just woke up and realized that that whole thing was a dream, but you still messaged me about it.
Yeah, because it's like it said the upload failed, right? And I sent you that message as 1 a.m. and there was no possible way I was awake at that time to still look at the upload because my PC was shut off a while ago.
Wonderful.
So I just woke up. Or I didn't wake up. I don't know. I just woke up from the dream, I guess, and I'm like, oh, I gotta message him instantly. That's so stupid. So I just messaged him. Oh, the upload failed. And then like a couple hours later, when I woke up for work, I was like, shit, it was a dream. What am I doing?
Yeah, that's good. Well, there you go. I might try that, Kibbles. Next time I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll just tweet something.
Yep.
I'll at you, and you can rate how good the tweet is.
Okay, that's a good game plan.
So any other thoughts on Twitter or any other social media, anything that you can use to engage your community off stream? What about like Instagram? Either of you use Instagram much?
Well.
For memes. But
For
other
memes,
than that,
okay.
not really. I mean, I used to use Instagram for my editing, but that got taken down like 3 days into it, so I just didn't do it again.
Fair enough.
And then I mean, I do upload YouTube videos from time to time. That's maybe a way to connect with people as well. They can just watch a video.
I hadn't
But
even
it's
thought of
just-
that actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like Kibbles is the one to speak to about YouTube, right? Like I upload to YouTube as well from time to time, but it is a really good way to interact with your community off stream if your community are watching your videos and enjoying them.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if you don't mind, what's your kind of thoughts on YouTube and your plan with all that?
Yeah. So when I started, it was only, well, I guess when I first started, it was like weird videos, like shot collar videos, where I'd look at a quiz and have a shot collar on. I don't do that anymore.
I
'cause,
miss those
it hurt a
videos.
lot.
I miss them.
It hurt a lot. I don't miss doing them. I'd go to start recording, and I'd just sit there for a while, like I don't really want to do this. I'd like mentally hype myself up, and then it was clips, like just clip compilations, and then I started doing card opening videos, which I still have a whole table full of cards. I need to figure out what to do with those. And now it's more like commentary style things and skits, and just kind of feeling it out, make some content based on whatever you want to do. When you're a small channel, it doesn't really matter. You're not gonna
Agreed.
really let anybody down, you know. So just feel out what you like to do, what gets good reception, and then what's really nice is once it gets over a certain amount of views, you can go onto the YouTube Studio, like on your mobile. Let me pop it up real quick. And you can go to, let me go to my TikTok Mafia one, because that had real good.
Yeah, dude, that video was
Go into
great.
analytics. It was fun.
Yeah, for real. I enjoyed the hell out of that video.
Thank you. But it'll tell you like audience retention and all that, and it'll give you charts of where in the video they drop off. And you know, most people will just watch a little bit of it, but you can kind of look and go, well, this is where they dropped off. What did I do here? Was it not entertaining? And then just kind of work it from there. And I know in the past you talked about something similar, Condi, in Twitch. And I
Yes.
forgot where to find that, and I never looked at it.
I don't have it open right now, but well, let me have a quick look. It's in your dashboard, right? And you can see on your stream summary, you have a graph which shows your average viewers, which kind of goes up and down based on, I guess it's like 5-minute increments. And if you have a massive drop or a massive jump, you can click it and it should take you to the VOD. It does, yeah, I just did it again there. It will take you to the VOD, but it will take you to the VOD at that time. So you can fairly accurately see what happened in the stream at that point. So you can see, oh, okay, well, I got a big jump in viewers at this time. Click on the graph. I got a raid. Or there was a big drop off here. Click on the graph. Oh, I changed games, or I took a quick break. You know, it's very interesting. I actually didn't know that was a thing on YouTube as well. I've never looked too much into that. So that's handy to know.
Unfortunately, it's only when you get to a certain number of views on it.
Yeah.
And it'll.
I've probably never
like,
got there.
It's like, oh, now we have enough data.
It's like, you know, sometimes I make a YouTube video, and most of the time when I do YouTube video, it's like a totally over edited meme video, I guess. So that's like the style I like to do, because I know people enjoy that as well, and that's what I watch on YouTube a lot.
Yeah.
I just like that stupid over edited stuff with like some music in the background, and then, you know, go ahead. And then, you know, I make those videos, and sometimes I'm like, I don't upload for like a month or two, or even longer, because I think, you know, you put so much work into this video and like nothing is happening.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's normal, I guess. Yeah, it's normal. But then the other day, I'm like, I go through my YouTube and I check my second latest video, which was a Borderlands 3 video I made with like those meme kind of stuff with like flag, and it had no views and all. And then when I checked it the other day, I was like at like 400 views, and I'm like, what happened? You know, that's the thing about YouTube. Sometimes a video will like blow up or like get a lot of views.
Yep.
When you don't even think about it anymore.
It's the beauty of the algorithm, I suppose, isn't it?
It's like I had a video for opening cards for like this old 1994 Beavis and Butthead.
I watched that video. Yeah.
And it just like, it was like 15 views or something the first week. And then I'm looking at it, and it's like my second most viewed video now. And it just steadily, randomly. And that's another thing. Reddit is amazing depending on what you made. Like this one, I posted it on a Beavis and Butthead subreddit, and that helped it a massive amount. Like after I posted it there, it went up about 170 views.
Damn.
And then some of them, people do not appreciate you posting it there.
That's
So,
been my
just-
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, just be very conscientious about the subreddits.
Yeah. I'm honestly completely out of the Reddit world. I know a lot of people just live on Reddit. I've been on Reddit, but I don't spend my time there. I've got to say, I don't understand it and it intimidates me. But to somebody said something a while ago that I heard that really made a lot of sense. Like, think of YouTube videos as like employees. They're out there promoting you and you're streaming your content, because you make a YouTube video and, like you say, it's got much more longevity than like a Twitch stream. You know, you do one stream, as soon as you stop streaming, that's it. That's really pretty much not helping you anymore, because nobody's really, as far as I know, going through and looking at old VODs, and the VODs aren't being recommended to people. Whereas a YouTube video, it's going to be relevant potentially for much longer, because it could get picked up by the algorithm or recommended to someone, and then just gain some momentum that way. So again, for me, I think if you were trying to be a streamer, making YouTube videos is a huge thing. I really, really do. Obviously, if you stream on YouTube, I don't know how that works, if the algorithm still does the same sort of thing. I'm not really too familiar with that, but I think YouTube's a great way of keeping in touch with your community when you're off stream. I try and save, if I know I have a video coming out, I will try and save it for a night where I'm not streaming, so I can say, hey guys, no stream tonight, however, here's a video, and it keeps that content going, you know. And I mean, I watch so much YouTube. You know, when I see my favorite YouTubers uploaded, like I look forward to sitting down and watching that video, you know. So I hope that one day it would get there with my content in the same way. So yeah, I think that's great. But I think that we can sort of underline this whole conversation by saying that social media and having a presence off of Twitch, good. Right? Like, I think there's a lot to be said about just spending all your time on Twitch, and you can stream all day long, and you can, you know, spend all the other time hanging out, networking, you know, hanging out in other streams, getting to know other communities, making more friends. That's probably great, but I really think it helps to diversify. You know, make your content for YouTube and for Twitter and for Instagram and whatnot. I need to do Instagram more personally, but I need to learn it. Yeah, I think we can all agree that that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
And TikTok.
Dude, TikTok. I'm gonna say it. I like TikTok. It's hilarious.
I started, like, I don't know how long ago it was. It's just, oh, well, this is stupid. I'm gonna watch this because there's all these ironic ones being posted that are making fun of people, and then I just got hooked.
Yeah,
Straight hooked into it.
there's so much weird stuff that I just don't want to see. But every so often, there's a lot of memes, and I think they're quite funny. And like, the thing is, because of the nature of that platform, I feel like it is somewhat easy to get clips to blow up on there. I mean, you've had a clip I know went huge. My biggest one was a little clip from my stream, which, again, it takes no effort, because I already have these clips on my phone, which I'm posting on Twitter. You know, I uploaded to TikTok, put a few hashtags, that's it. I have one that is at like 12,000 views now, right? Which is by far the biggest one I've done. And some of them don't get any traction. I posted one the other day that has like 80 views and that's it. But because of the nature of just scrolling, it can pick up a lot of views. And I don't know, again, I don't feel like there's really much people coming over to other content. I've had a couple come to YouTube from TikTok, but like, I don't think there's much going on there. But for the amount of work it takes, which is almost nothing, I feel like that's a great platform. And you know what? I don't think a lot of people are talking about it and saying it, but I know there's a lot of streamers on TikTok. I've come across a lot of streamers that I know and watch that post clips on TikTok. I've never heard any of them say it, but I found them on the app. So they're like I really just, I can't,
like a dirty little secret.
dude, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name names. I'm just saying, I think it's a worthwhile thing to do, because people there are just looking for quick content, and small clips from a stream are perfect for that. You can get a funny clip, post it on there. I just, why not, right? Why not? Cast that net out as wide as possible. Why not?
I treat it the same way as Twitter. I do a lot of shit posting on there.
Yeah.
I'll post clips sometimes, and then a lot of just very random things.
But like, I think why not? We might as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so if you're listening and you're thinking about getting into streaming or you're new to streaming, check out all these things, because all it takes is for one thing to blow up, and then that's your foot in the door, right? That's you on the way and started. So don't discount platforms, I think is important. God, we spent a lot of time on that topic. What we got next, Manu?
We got, what culture do you want in your chat or community, and what ways is there to develop a specific type of behavior in your Twitch chat or wherever it is?
I want it to be as toxic as possible all the time.
Same.
You might
Okay,
regret
next
saying
topic.
that. You heard him, guys,
topic.
right? You heard him.
Oh, wait.
All right, so I mean, yeah, I think that's an interesting topic. We probably won't have another 40 minutes of talking about it, but yeah, I think it's interesting because as the streamer, and by the extension of the streamer, the mods, I do feel like you've got a lot of control over what is happening in your stream, what your community is doing, the way they generally act. I mean, I've seen very toxic chats, which tends to be bigger streamers because people can get away with it. They're not really necessarily being seen as often. But then I've been into some communities that are so unbelievably welcoming. You know, I can show up in that stream and I've got 3 people saying hello, you know, asking me how I am. And it's a culture that you can choose to develop and I guess like nurture. So, again, what are your guys' thoughts on, you know, what do you want your chat, your community to be, and how do you kind of promote that?
So friendly, but not toxic, you know?
Yeah.
Friendly, not toxic. It's kind of just a balance of figuring out when to say like, hey, let's kind of avoid that. No, let's not talk about that. And, you know, it'll pop up every now and then. You'll see something in chat and you'll go, yikes.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of knowing when to say it right then to them, or just, if it's just something that popped up once, you can message them later and go like, hey, just a heads up.
For sure.
And then some people you just have to just bam.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
It's hard.
yeah, I mean, I guess, how do you use mods to kind of, I mean, do you discuss with your mods like, here's what I want, here's kind of how I want the stream to run, or do you kind of just pick people that already know this sort of thing? You know, how would you look at that?
Yeah, just people that have been in the community for a while that already know how things go.
Sure.
And haven't had any issues so far, so
Good stuff.
I just pick people that are worth to defend the royalty of myself.
Yeah. Defend my honor.
They're like the guards, the royal guards for the streamer.
So I
There's a true,
have some
they don't get through the door.
I have some thoughts on like the sort of the culture of the community. Like, if anybody's been in my stream, you know that the culture is very much, I am the target and they can just bully me to oblivion every time I'm in there, right?
What?
Now, so I think this has got pros and cons, okay? Because, you know, obviously all the people in my chat are like my best friends, and we can have a laugh, we can have a joke. That's kind of always how I've been with my friends. We just, we take the mick out of each other, right? We make fun of each other. And, you know, there's a few certain points that, like, you know, food I dislike, or you know, my height, you know, things that really, they're jokes and they're memes and we all have a good time. And I think that's great, right? That's what I want. I want to be that one, because the way I see it is, if everybody's focusing that at me, they've got like a sort of a common enemy in a sense, right? Because it's just, let's make fun of the streamer. He's bad at video games and he's not very tall, or I don't know, things like that. However, I think the other side of it can be that sometimes if a new person comes into my stream and they do see people saying things like that, they might think, oh, this is okay, and then join in. And it's a weird dynamic that's happened where, you know, I have no issue with my viewers, you know, having a joke, making fun, but it's weird when someone I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know you, so this can't, you know, this is kind of a weird thing, and it's not necessarily their fault because they're coming in and they're sensing the atmosphere and it's fine, but sometimes it's very easy to cross a line, right? Very easy to cross a line. And it's tough in that scenario because how do you deal with, well, okay, I'm going to time this person out, but I'm not going to time out viewer that's been here for a year. You know, it's difficult. So yeah, I guess help me. What do I do?
I mean, those people that have been there for a year, I feel like, you know, if you're in a stream for, let's say, half a year, or like not even, like maybe like 3-4 months, you know, the guy good you're watching, I mean, that's okay if you make jokes, but if you just like come into a chat and be there for a week and you see other people make fun of the streamer, I guess, then I don't know if you should feel privileged to like join in on that, because like obviously you don't know the person you're watching that well yet.
Sure.
And I see like most of the people that do that are longtime viewers mostly,
Yeah.
you know. So you know it's like jokes. But if it's a random viewer you just know for a week or like 2 weeks, you can't really like, you don't know how the person is yet, really.
Right.
You just talk to them a bit. So you don't know if it's jokes or not. So yeah.
Yeah, and
know.
again, I'm perfectly happy with the way that the overall community of just like, you know, all having a good laugh, and nobody I feel like takes themselves too seriously, and we can all kind of have a joke, and enjoy these sorts of things. But I guess the other side, like, you know, I've been in some streamers chats where it's like everyone just like respects the hell out of that streamer, and they're just like, you know, asking questions, and you know, like they're just like
my chat.
yeah, right. You know, anything they says, yes, agree. You know, like there's like a level of like, you know, serious respect to that. And I don't think that my chat don't respect me. I hope, but you know, it's just interesting how these chats can be so different, and I think it comes down to the streamer a lot of the way. So I guess again, if we were to like underline it, you're looking at having good mods that know you, they know what's acceptable, they know what's not acceptable. And see, the big thing for me is I think valuing those people that, you know, when you get someone in chat and you just think like this person gets it, you know, they come in, they've got a good attitude, they're helpful to others in chat. You know, they know exactly where the line is and they're not like crossing it. Like those people need to be appreciated and given, you know, I don't know, like I'll maybe sometimes speak to them, you know, do you want to be a mod? If not, that's fine. But like that person, I think like you need to value those people that really know, because they're the ones that are going to lead by example and show everyone else in chat, this is what we do here and this is how we have a good time and build this community. So definitely you can't be afraid to cut that shit out if people start crossing lines. It's tough. I think we all know it's difficult. When you are a small streamer, you are just desperate for viewers. Really, when it comes down to it, you just want viewers. And if someone's coming in that's like a bully or a troll, there's a like I remember when I first started, there was a little part of me that's like, I don't want this person to leave because I need viewers. And like, oh, I can maybe say in my head, well, it's not that bad. Like they're just having a joke, whatever. They need to go because it's gonna upset other viewers. And I've had situations where I've had long-term viewers message me about somebody that's maybe come in that's new and said, well, I don't feel that comfortable in this chat when they're there, and it's awful. It's really bad, but you have to just know that losing that one viewer now is going to be better long term. That's my opinion anyway. That's how I feel about it. You can't let someone come in and bully you or others in chat. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a tough one, a tough situation always.
Yeah, And it's always easier to deal with it when it's a brand new person.
Mm.
But when they've been there for a while and then it starts happening, you go,
Oh,
uh-oh.
I just closed my picture on accident. Give me a second.
Oh,
Fuck.
don't look.
Professional. Wait. Give me a second.
For our audio
Hey,
edit this
listeners,
out
Manu
later,
just
right?
showed some very no.
Nah,
We're getting banned now.
it wasn't anything bad.
No, it wasn't that bad. Could have been worse.
I still haven't. I mean, what do you think of me? I don't have anything bad on my PC. I'm a
That's
Christian.
all on my phone. Oh yeah, no. Christian channel.
Christian channel.
Cool. Well, to kind of, I mean, I don't remember what the next topic is on the list, but I feel like a good segue to this point is, and you tell me if I'm right, Manu, but is giving back to your community.
We have giving back to your community / supporters and ideas.
Perfect. So that was a good.
So mailing them a check once a month, right?
Uh,
Yeah.
no.
Or is that, have I been doing this wrong?
We'll talk after the show.
I've been living in a very heavy debt.
All right, we'll talk after the show. We'll sort this out for you. Okay, don't worry. So the reason I wrote this down as a topic and something I was interested in is that there's a feeling that I think we probably all understand as well, which is that those people who are really just supporters, long-term supporters of your stream, or those hardcore audience that are there every day. I personally, and maybe this is like a feeling that I have, but I don't understand why they want to come and watch my stream, right? Obviously, we're friends, we have a good chat, we have a good conversation, but for someone that's,
I don't
you know,
understand either.
been around so long, I'm like, I want to do something for them and give back, right? So, and this is kind of partly for me as well because I want ideas, but what sort of things would you guys recommend to give back to the community, things, people that are supporting you, and just generally to, I don't know, I guess give back is the only way I can think about it, you know?
Well, I like the idea in chat right there. Make
Yeah,
an
that's what I
OnlyFans.
was. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Do you want to explain?
Exclusive beard
risque
pics all the
content.
time. It's like you put your beard in weird shapes and you post it there. No one will see it. It's just sort of people from the
Only
OnlyFans.
subs of the stream will see it.
Yeah, I have one, and it's only ankle pics.
Yeah.
Damn.
See.
Where was my invite to this? You know, I didn't get in on that.
I sent it in the post.
Ugh,
You must have lost it.
I must have lost it. Yeah.
No, but I think we were talking about this before. Like you messaged me with ideas. You said like some exclusive stuff, I guess, that longtime supporters have, and then like to give them back. Like I don't know what you said. What did you say? I think. it
So I
was,
don't want
like-
to. I don't want to give away too much because I'm still working on ideas. But I have been thinking recently for the last couple of months that, you know, I have some OGs in my stream that have been there for a long time, and I feel like I've given nothing back to them, other than outstanding content. You know, but I want to do something. I want to give back, and I've never done giveaways, right? I don't know if you guys have ever done a giveaway. I've never done one ever, and
don't.
and I'd like to discuss the pros and cons of giveaways for my own, you know, thinking. But I worry that a giveaway, because it has to be kind of random, I guess. But then I want somebody who's actually supported the channel for a long time to receive something as a thank you.
You wanna do something for everyone that's like a long time supporter. is
I
what I'm
would
hearing,
like
right?
to have, so again, without giving too much away, I'd like to have something that maybe we say, okay, when you hit 6 months of subs, and I'd hate to put it into like a money value, like even a year of following the channel, or I don't know, something like that, some sort of milestone that, okay, you are a supporter that's been here for a long time. I want to do something to give back to that person for supporting me for so long. And I'm still working on ideas, but this is literally what I want to bounce ideas off you guys and see what you think. You know, have you done stuff like this in the past? Yeah, things like that. What are your guys' thoughts?
Well, first of all, I'd really appreciate if you stop calling us thoughts.
Sorry, I forget. Sometimes I just
Disgusting.
slip of the tongue.
Disgusting.
I don't remember when I did the giveaway. It was like 400 or 500 followers or something. But I gave away the game I was currently playing, which was Spyro. And actually, Wumbo in
Oh,
here, he
yeah.
was one of the people that won one.
Damn. So is
Yeah.
that was that like a code?
No, it was like through Amazon.
Oh, okay, cool.
So Amazon has this really nice thing where you can, without having to know the person's address or having them know yours, they'll just send it. It's pretty cool.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really? I
it's
went to
super
so
neat.
much hassle to send
Yeah,
Andrew something from
I don't know if it was Wumbo
Amazon.
or someone else that told me, no, you can just do it this way. And I went, what?
I need to know how that works.
Yeah, we're
because
gonna-
I
you're gonna have
went.
to help me
I
with that.
was. It was
Okay.
so much hassle to send Andrew something because I had to legit make an account and then new account in the UK and then say ship it to there because they wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
on mine.
I had a nightmare
Oh my
sending you
God.
stuff years ago as well. Remember, Manu? Like it's
What did
I
you?
haven't
Say?
ever sent anything
Oh,
from
I
you guys.
forgot about that. You sent me a PlayStation controller once, right?
that's right, yeah. And it was like I tried to send you mine and they wouldn't let me, so then I ended up having to order one and get your address and be like, yes, I want to send this to Germany. Like, yeah, it was complicated, but that sounds like a really cool idea, Kibbles. I like that
Yeah,
a lot.
It was fun. It brought just like with any kind of giveaway, anyone that does them will tell you you're gonna get a lot of people that are there just for the giveaway,
Yeah,
and there were a couple people that stuck around for a while, and after that kind of died down.
Mm.
But when you set it up in, I don't know if it's the same with. I think I did it through Stream Elements, through the bot.
right.
So it was like subscribers have double chances, just like in the new Twitch poll. Subscribers can have like double votes.
Sure.
So it's a way to be like, well, the people who have been here supporting have a higher chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Cool.
that because my concern was that, you know, if we're sending something physical, I don't want to put any pressure on someone like that to give me their
Yeah.
address, right? Now, I'm not going to do anything with that address other than send them something, but you know, it's asking for a level of trust that, like, I don't need to do that. I want to.
Mm.
The whole point of it is to give back to you, and it puts someone in a difficult position, I think. So, but then I've won giveaways in streamers' channel where they've just been like, give me your address and I'll send you it, and I'm like, okay. Like, so it's tough, but the Amazon thing's interesting. I like that a lot. But again, there's the giveaway, the con of you're gonna get a lot of people in there for the giveaway. It needs to be fair, but I don't want somebody that's just brand new to the stream to necessarily win that, you know?
Mm.
But that's cool. Thank you. I need you to show me how the Amazon thing works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to relearn it.
Is there any other things that you think, not necessarily even just giving back, but is there any incentives you would maybe give over and above your stream for like subs, for example? Like I know some people had, you know, if you sub, you get access to Snapchat or something like that, right? There's an extra level, or some streamers will say, well, if you sub, we get to play games together. There was a streamer I used to watch where it was they would play games with like character creators, so games like XCOM or the WWE wrestling games, and when someone would sub, they would make them into a character in the game, and you know that's like that person gets to feel involved, and they get something a little bit extra for their sub other than emotes and a sub badge.
Someone actually mentioned in stream just like a week ago, because it's just been nothing but Pokemon. And the way I've always played Pokemon is I've just disabled this is the first one where it's you can disable giving nicknames, but I always don't give the nicknames because I hate giving them nicknames.
Yeah.
I want to know what they're goddamn called. But they're like, well, after you do that, then maybe you should turn them on and subs get to name the Pokemon. I was like, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all. That is a good idea. Yeah, I mean, if you're playing that game consistently, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, what I was gonna say, obviously, you already have that. It's not much in use, as far as I know, but like things like mod exclusive Discord, like text channels, or like voice channels is what you have, I think, Andrew. And yours.
So
So
I
you have like
yeah,
a sub only chat.
I have a sub only chat, but it doesn't get used ever by anyone
Yeah.
because again,
that's-
I feel like it kind of cuts off parts of the community. I know streamers that their entire Discord server is only for subs, and if you're a large streamer, you know you've got in the hundreds of thousands of subs, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
I never wanted to do that because it feels like that would be hurtful to growth, which is the last
Yeah.
thing you want when you're growing. Yeah, I like it. It's a good idea, and again, mine doesn't get used because I think everyone in the community just prefers to be in the sort of general chat where everyone can talk. But that is another thing. You could maybe give some extra level of Discord access or something like that for subs. You can even link Discord up so that it knows automatically who's a sub and who's not, which is really clever. It gives them the role automatically, so that when their sub runs out, they're no longer able to. They get the role taken off them, which is interesting. You could probably do some things with that, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think that? See, a part of me doesn't think that we necessarily always need to do something like that, but I do think there's probably benefits to it. You know, if you're trying to get more subs, having that little extra incentive would help, I suppose. My thoughts at the moment, which I'm still working on, is I would like to do something based around the channel still for long-time supporters. So I'd like to say, well, someone that's been subbed for X amount of time, you know, I was originally looking at like stickers of my emotes. I thought that was a cool idea, right? It's like just something nice. We can have one of my emotes as a sticker, send it out to a sub, and then they could just stick it to their desk or whatever they want, right? That seems to be a difficult thing to do. I've looked at places to get stickers made, and it's like, it's not cheap, and it doesn't seem easy either. Like, I need to maybe do more research, but something along those
I'll have
lines.
to find the site that I was using because we did a lot of that for my old band, and we got
Oh, really?
a lot of new ones for my current band. We did have an issue though because we went with someone local for this, and it was cheap, but they all came out blue instead of black, and now they've been slowly turning pink.
Oh, dear.
Don't understand
So-
that, but that's the first time I've ever had issues with stickers before.
Or maybe like a T-shirt or something, you know, with an emote on it from yours. I don't know.
It could do.
Something is.
The thing is, it depends how high you set the bar, right? Obviously, I'm not sending a t-shirt to every sub, you know, because that's a difficult thing. But if you set it to, well, 1 year plus, get a t-shirt, I feel like that's almost more viable.
I mean, you could like go with like 1 year gets this, 2 years gets this, 3 years gets this, and then it's like, you know, but you know, it's hard to find something. It really is more difficult than you would think to find something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I'm going to work on because I feel like that for me would make me feel a little less guilty for these people that have been like, you know, showing support and hanging out in the stream. I'll maybe talk to you guys a bit more off stream, but yeah, I think this is a.
If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and leave in the comments below any ideas that you might have.
It would be greatly appreciated. That's right. But yeah, I think this is an interesting idea that I'd like to try, and you know, and do something like that for supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Good
other
idea.
thoughts on the topic, or do we want to move on to another one?
I don't have anything.
I'm good.
All right, we have a few more things to talk about. It's not going to be as long a show today, I don't think, guys, just because we're obviously down a person. But yeah, we still have some stuff. I wanted to talk about all the moves, all the platform moves. You know, the people go into Mixer and Facebook and YouTube. There's been a lot. I don't know if you guys want to get into it. I mean, I wanted to have Cyber here because he's, as far as I know, the only one that's really went through that platform shift.
And have knowledge on Mixer.
I have a little bit, but well, what's next on the topic sheet, Manu?
Collaborations.
Okay.
I think we can speak on this.
Yeah. I mean, so again, anyone that's listening, I generally write up a topic sheet every week, but then I don't have it in front of me, so I have to get Manu to read it. So, I like to just explain what I was thinking at the time when I wrote it down, and then we go from there. So for collaborations, I guess my thoughts were, best practices. How should you do it? When should you do it? How should you act? What are the pros? What are the cons? Those kinds of things. So, I mean, I know I've done a lot of collaboration streams and things like that, even some videos. Is that something you've done a lot, Kibbles?
Mostly videos.
Yeah.
So we've done a few. I've done a few collab videos with like people I know IRL.
Yeah.
And for streams, it's really just if someone I know goes, "Oh, hey, you play this game. You want to play?" I go, "Oh yeah, sure." So I used to do it a whole lot with Overwatch, but then Overwatch got too toxic. But then we did it a few times with Call of Duty, and that went pretty well. So any of those multiplayer games, it's really easy
Sure.
to just kind of plug in and go, "Hey, let's get a group of people." You can send it out if you're a member on a Discord and go, "Hey, does anybody want to play?" Don't go into a streamer's Discord and say, "Hey, anybody want to play while I'm streaming this?" But
Yeah. So yikes.
or you can post it out on Twitter. You get decent engagement from that.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what's the what's the benefit, Manny? What do you think the benefit would you say of collaborating and doing videos or streams or whatever with another content creator?
I don't know now. Like, okay, so obviously, I mean that should be pretty obvious. It's like combining the two communities. So let's say I collaborate with you, then my community is gonna get to know you, and your community is gonna get to know me, and then like maybe some people will be part of both communities.
Mhm.
You know, you will share one community basically because like both of the people or like both communities gonna be in each stream all the time then from now on, maybe if they like the other person.
Sure.
So that's obviously a big benefit if you have, you know, some people you can collaborate with, grow with at the same time, have like a pretty similar community. So even like if there's a problem with a viewer, I'd say, you know, you can ask the person that was like with the like, you know, that had the person longer in that community is like, has he always been like that? Is he like, you know, is that something new? Have you talked to him about this?
Sure.
You know, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So
I think my thoughts are like it's definitely a good idea, right? If you're collaborating with another content creator, another streamer, there's that option or that possibility of the sort of cross pollination, right? If somebody that I'm playing with is, you know, particularly good at a game or they're funny, you know, they're people in my stream might be like, oh hey, I'll maybe check this guy out. And the same for me if I'm playing with them and I tell a funny joke or you know I do something that's worth you know a laugh or something entertaining, there's the chance that that person might come over and check out my stream as well. And it works. I mean, I think all of us particularly share a lot of communities. I would say a lot of community members. Obviously each of us has our own necessarily little community that would hang out, but particularly with people that I know watch my stream, they're very happy to go and hang out with everyone and you know watch all these other streamers and be a part of it. And that's because we collab. You know, there's so many people that I would never have met if I hadn't streamed with another person or you know hung out in their chat and made content together. So I think it's a very, very important thing. Have any of you ever, because I mean I've had a lot of people like they'll be in my chat, they'll hang out, and then they'll be like, oh I'll play, and then once we're playing a game it's like, oh they stream as well, but they don't, like, they do it, you know, if you do it in a good way you don't really mention it, but then you're like, okay, you find out they're a streamer and it kind of just happens. Have you ever, either of you ever actually set up, you know, literally contacted a streamer and said, hey we should play together, and like set up a proper like collaboration, here we go, we're gonna actually do a stream together without really playing with them previously?
previous.
It's happened a couple times, but it's really just people that I've interacted with on Twitter or like in Discord servers,
Okay.
and then it kind of goes from there. And I go, when am I gonna play with you?
Well,
Yeah.
if I'm thinking about it, I don't think I did. I mean, I don't know if I could count you in it, Andrew, because like I played against you and then went to your stream. We like, let's play sometime or something.
Yeah, I mean, I would
But
say so. Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
know if that counts. That's probably the only time I did that.
I'm thinking of it from the point of view of like there's maybe another Destiny streamer, for example, that I've been watching, and then
Mhm.
it's like somebody reaches out in the DMs and it's we set up a time to play together. And I've never played with that person before, but I've watched their stream, they've watched my stream, and we just do a stream together. Because they can be awkward if you don't know the person that well.
Mm.
Your communities have never met before. It's easy to collab with someone that you know, that you're friends with anyway, that's around. I've had a couple where I've streamed with someone that I don't necessarily know as well, and it can be difficult. What I'm trying to get at, I think, is like, what would you be looking for in another person if you're trying to arrange a collaboration and you're trying to stream together? Are you looking at, what time they're live, how they are with their community, their sort of, I guess, etiquette, because like that's an important thing as well when you're streaming with someone. Me and you stream together a decent bit, Kibbles. Like, what sort of etiquette do you follow, or what are the sort of unwritten rules, I guess, that people might not know when you're streaming with someone else?
Yeah. So, most
Mute
important
yourself.
thing: put push to talk on.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to stream with you and hear you talking to your chat the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Their community doesn't want to hear that. It's very off-putting, and as a viewer, it just makes me want to leave the chat. I put up with it a few times with some streamers that I watch because like I like this person, but oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you.
Do it.
No, you go ahead.
I command.
Okay, so what I was just gonna say is like I don't really collab much. Like the most people I've collabed with was like you guys and then Java. Mostly that's it. I collabed with Andrew a lot, but that's like it. We did like No Man's Sky and like A Way Out, which I want a game like that again to play with someone because A Way Out was fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude, that's so good. I need that again.
Yeah, the snail. Oh yeah, snails. Yeah, that's one of the memes. Yeah, so I don't really, I can't really say too much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think again. If we're giving advice to someone who's never collabed with anyone, they've always just streamed on their own, what sort of things they need to be aware of? I have my mute on a like toggle on my keyboard, and it's so quick. If I look over a chat and I see something that needs responding to, mute myself in Discord, and then just talk to chat. And you know what's great? Like, I have Discord open, so I can also see, like this morning I was streaming with Cyber, I can see when he's muted, and I know not to then begin a conversation with him because he's probably talking to his chat because he's muted himself. Because again, it can be sometimes a little awkward if you're like trying to talk, someone's trying to talk to me and I'm muted and I'm talking to chat. It can sometimes be a little weird. And I think there's a level that you hit when you stream with someone enough that you kind of just know when to talk. And it's difficult sometimes because I hate it when, if I'm spending too much time talking to chat and not talking to that person, it's difficult and you have to try and find a balance. But always mute yourself to talk to chat. They don't want to be like, no scoper 420, thank you for the follow, because then their community's hearing it and it's just awkward, right? It's just a little bit awkward. I guess the other things for me is that find someone that's on a similar time schedule to you so that you can easily do this collab and work together. You also, I would say, I mean, it's difficult, right? Because again, I guess the goal for both content creators in that is to, get another audience. So if you've got someone that's always streaming the exact same time as you, then those viewers are going to be watching their streamer, and you're not necessarily going to get any crossover. So it's sometimes good to have, well, maybe they start a few hours before me, and then I finish a few hours later than them, and there's that cross over there kind of thing. But definitely you're looking for someone that's on a similar time zone. And like, it maybe goes without saying, but don't reach out to Ninja for a collab stream, right? Pick somebody that's pick somebody that's sort of on your, maybe roughly your level with viewers, because it needs to be a mutually beneficial thing. Like if if I reach out to a streamer that's got 1,000 viewers, 2,000 viewers, it's just they know that like I'm just looking for viewers. Like it's not going to help them. Whereas if you're doing it from a genuine place, somebody that's maybe the same size, maybe slightly bigger, maybe slightly smaller, it doesn't matter too much, and you're coming out from a genuine, I think we would make good content together, then that's much more of an appealing offer for that person, because if they think, well, yeah, we might make good content together, and they've got roughly the same viewers as me, and you know what, I've got 10 viewers, you've got 10 viewers, you know, maybe next time you're on and they're off, you've got 20 viewers now. Like it's obviously that's an extreme example, but like it's you need to really pick the right person, and they have to have a similar what's the word, not style or like outlook,
Personality.
right? Yeah, you know, if I'm,
Sure you mesh.
you know, hypothetically I'm the family friendly, you know, I don't swear in my stream, and you know, and I'm with somebody that's like known, their whole brand is toxic, shouting, swearing, you know, it's not going to be a good matchup, right?
Yeah.
It's a bad collab for both.
I had somebody come into my chat one time and say, like, that's another thing. You should ask to collab outside of the stream, because it makes it very awkward to do it while they're live. Like, just send them a message. Send them a message on Twitch or Discord or Twitter, anything. Because I had somebody come in one time and said, oh, hey, we should collab sometime. I go, do you play this game? They go, oh, yeah. I was like, sure, okay. Like, okay, but you cannot swear at all. Like,
Yeah.
go away. Like, if I collab with someone, I'm gonna tone it down in Discord. I'm not gonna like say fuck every second.
Yeah, mute,
I
and then
have
shout out
to
your
do
chat, and then unmute.
To be slightly polite. But I'm not gonna cut it out completely. So you need to understand how that person operates, and just kind of trying to change them doesn't really work.
If you come into a chat and want to collaborate with someone you think has nice content and you like to stream, and let's say you're the family friendly guy, and then the other streamers, like the guy goes, fuck, every 2 seconds, like me. I mean, you like the stream, you like the person, but maybe that's not like the right person to collab with. If you want to go family friendly, then,
Yeah.
you know? Because for me, if someone tells me I'm family friendly, let's not swear, it's so, like, it's such a habit that you can, like, not do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And you shouldn't have to necessarily change your content to do a collab. It's about the important thing. I definitely think you have to do collaborations at some point, right? It helps everyone, it builds community, and I am in the lucky position where I have so many streamer friends. I have so many streamer friends, and there's a handful that I'm always so happy to be able to collab with and stream with. I don't even think of it as a collab anymore. It's just playing games with this person, and I know they're probably streaming and they know I'm streaming, and it just works. And I mean, the one that comes to mind is when the three of us plus Java, I don't remember if Cyber was there as well, but it was the three of us plus Java played that horror game.
Yeah.
Right? That was some of the best content I think I've ever made. Like, it was so funny and entertaining, because I think just as a group we just had that good, you know, chemistry, and we're able to enjoy that game together. And it's part of the reason I wanted to do like the podcast and things, because I just think like we're on a similar wavelength, and because this is a collab right now, what we're doing, you know? And I think it's really important, because there will be bad ones. And, you know, if you stream with someone and it doesn't work, then just don't stream with that person again. You know, it can be difficult, especially if someone is new, and it is tough. And there's a lot of unwritten rules, like we said. You know, having that awareness of, I'm muting to talk to chat, they're muted, so maybe I shouldn't be asking them loads of questions right now while they're talking to their chat. There's just that, you know, it's somebody, again, back when like Ninja and Lupo and all would stream together. They kind of knew each other to a level that when like Ninja had to step away for a second, Lupo would be talking to chat, and he would unmute and just kind of keep everything going, and because he knew I can keep the content up so there's not like a drop. And they kind of did that for each other as well, and it works really, really well. And that's why you see big streamers collab all the time. You see Shroud and the Dog play together all the time. You see Tim
Yeah.
play with all these other people. There's a reason that they do it, because they all have big communities and they can cross pollinate, and it's one big community.
So
It works.
I just remembered that when you have an Astro, when you like lay the headset down for a bit, it shuts off. Is that with yours as well, with the older generation, or doesn't do that?
I have no idea, to be fair.
Because when I lay my headset down for a bit, it shuts off, but I can still hear for like 5 seconds after that. And then I just remember when we played No Man's Sky, I laid my headset down, and like the only thing I hear is twitch.tv/Contify, twitch.tv. This fucker.
See, that's the content I'm talking about.
Yeah, you definitely kept
But,
chat
like,
going there.
You can't do that. You can't do that when it's someone you don't know, right? But that's the thing. Like when you get to a level with someone, you can have things like that, and it's yeah. I personally, I'm so glad that I, have all these people I can stream with and play with, because it's easier for me. Sometimes you're not in the mood to sit and carry the whole stream yourself and just talk the whole time. Like I've been having a bit of difficulty with Pokemon because it's a lot of reading, and I don't. Yeah, like it's sometimes easier to have another person to just bounce off of. It's easier, I think, and it's you should definitely do it, but think ahead.
Something we didn't say it. I don't know if we did, but it's actually sometimes it can actually be quite hard to find a game you want to play to collab with. Like I say, it's someone you're collabing with someone for a longer period of time. You know what he's playing, you know what you're playing, but you still want to play with each other because you're like good friends. You like to stream with each other, and it's like it's hard to find some games to play with each other. That's like the main problem we have when we want to do is stream together and everything. So
yeah, it's nice when there's that bit of crossover with Call of Duty coming out recently. It was an excuse to play with like you, Kibbles, because again, I know you do a lot of single player. I've been doing a decent bit of single player stuff as well recently. The advantage I have is that my main game is Destiny, which is a multiplayer social experience anyway. So it's so easy to just bring people in. And, there's a couple people that like we can arrange ahead of time. Let's do a multi-stream. That's another thing actually, I guess, is do you guys do a multi? Do you do, how do you, okay, so I'm trying to think. Like, I don't use multi-streams. I know that was a thing that happened a while ago where you could use a third-party site to embed both streams, so somebody could click a link and watch a multi, and they can see both streams, both chats. Personally, I don't like to use that because I just don't think it's a great viewer experience. What I like to do is every half an hour or so we do a shout out for the other streamer and try and get people to just pop over there, say hi, mingle for a bit, and just do it that way. The squad streaming. Have you watched a squad stream, either of you?
Yeah.
You have. So you know what squad streaming is, Kibbles, yeah?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's ever coming to affiliates. For anyone that doesn't know, it's a thing that's only available to partners right now where you can do the same thing. It's a multi-stream, but it's built into Twitch. It's not using a third-party site anymore, so that people can watch all perspectives at the same time, and but it only counts as if you're in one stream, so you can have the main stream and then the other 2 or 3 or whatever streams open as well. I mean, what do you think, Manu? I know you said you've watched some. Do you think that's a better experience? How do you rate that?
I think that's a better experience. I mean, I think it's a better experience than the multi-link, because obviously when you click the help. The multi, it's like you go to another site away from Twitch to watch these streams, and if you click the squad stream, you're still gonna be on Twitch.
Yeah.
You just have like 4 people, or how much people do you ever do the squad stream with up at the same time? So I think for me, I think it's better when I do click on a squad stream and I have 4 people. I'm still on Twitch. I don't have to go to an extra site and close the other tab.
Yeah.
My opinion.
I think it's good. Like I say, I like to do shout outs because I don't know, posting a link and encouraging your viewers to leave Twitch to then watch an embed of 2 Twitch streams feels weird to me, and I personally never enjoyed watching a multi myself. I don't know. What do you think about that, Kibbles? How do you kind of deal with that?
I've never watched a multi before, so I don't have any experience with it.
Sure.
But I know every now and then a mod will set it up if I'm streaming with someone,
Yeah.
and if I plan it beforehand, then I like to get my bot to do automatic shoutouts
Sure.
every 30 or so minutes. Yeah, be like, hey, playing with this, and this person. Like, I did an IRL collab with a few friends. It was me and 3 others. We sat on my couch and played Mario Party and Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers and stuff like that. So I had something set up every 30 minutes as like, hey, this is everybody that's here. And kind of like how it's set up right now where below us set our little handles.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the most experience I have with it. I need to get better about it. Maybe I should just, the people that I regularly, hey, look, I just gotta, yeah. So idea just maybe set them up in the bot for like shout outs and then just disable it. So then when I am streaming with that person, I can go, oh, hey, let me go re-enable this really quick.
Sure.
I'm sure there's also a way to do it in the Stream Deck, because the Stream Decks, get a Stream Deck. They're fancy and they're cool.
They're really useful. Yeah,
Want to buy
Not
me one?
sponsored.
I mean, I
Giveaway.
take a stream deck for all my
Yeah.
support, Andrew. Thank you.
Stream Deck.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. I don't mind having a multi if mods set it up, because some people might want to use it. I personally just find it hard to believe that a lot of people are watching in the multi. When I've done a couple of streams with a friend of mine that's partnered, and I know from watching him stream with other people as well and myself, he just occasionally will do a shout out and be like, guys, remember today we're also hanging out with X streamer, Y streamer, Z streamer, go make sure and check them out, drop them a follow, whatever. And that's how I feel like it's just more natural to me when there's a little gap in conversation or whatever. If I run out of things to say, I can just go, okay, just mute, and then just say, okay, guys, remember we're playing with this person. Go check them out. I think that's, for me, a more natural way of doing it. And I don't know if it hurts the other streamer much. I really would think that that's a better deal for the other streamer, because if that streamer every so often is reminding you, I think you're more likely to go over there and do that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just interesting. But I think, again, if we had to bottom line this for a new streamer coming into this, collaboration, good. Do it.
Collaboration, good.
But
Do it.
make
Fire
sure that you think ahead, you plan ahead, and you find somebody that's going to be appropriate and fit with your content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
the only thing left is we were going to talk about new games. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do we want to
Yeah, games are
quickly
good.
discuss all the news with streamers moving platforms? Just we could go into it a little bit and then maybe come back to it when Cyber's here as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, streamers been moving platforms, and that's like they go from Twitch
Be crazy.
to Mixer.
Do we want to run
To
through
Twitch,
the
to
list
YouTube.
of?
That's it.
Do we want to
Thank
run
you.
through the big names that have gone recently?
Sure. Okay. Wait.
Tim the
I can do this.
Tatman,
Don't.
Wait.
No.
What? Wait. What? I was about to say. I don't know. I didn't know that. Nah, it's Shroud, right? It's Shroud.
Well, it started with
It's-
Ninja originally.
Oh,
He was
Ninja.
the
Yeah,
catalyst for it
obviously.
all, I think.
Yeah, and then it's Shroud.
Mhm.
It was Golf King of Valiant.
Yep. They all went to
and-
Mixer.
Yeah, and
Which
then there
is-
was Courage went to YouTube.
Yep.
Oh, I see something else.
Is there more? Did I forget?
Well,
someone?
I know that from the Destiny community, there's a streamer called True Vanguard that went to Facebook.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, actually, what I saw yesterday, I wanted to say it in your chat, but I didn't. I saw, this guy is Toast, right?
This
He
is
went to
exactly what I was going to
Facebook.
say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, Toast went to Facebook. Toast is an interesting one, though, because he was a big streamer. And I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys heard, a few months ago, he told his viewers to stop donating. He basically said, look, I'm fine. Go and donate to another streamer. And he took away his donate button. And he just said, yeah, I don't want any more donations. And then recently I heard, and I don't know how, I have to say I haven't backed this up with any research, but I heard that he'd also encourage his viewers to stop subbing to him as well. Because I guess from what he was saying, from something I heard a while ago, like he does pretty well with just like ad revenue, and he's fine. He doesn't feel that people need to do that support. So I read recently that he'd asked his viewers to stop subbing and go and sub to other streamers, and now he's moved to Facebook. So I feel like that's kind of an obvious one. Like when you look back, it makes sense that he would maybe move, because he maybe knew that this deal was coming up, and that's why he was telling his viewers not to.
Fat cash.
Well, that's the thing. And yeah, so Courage JD went to YouTube.
Mhm.
So there's I mean, we're now looking at 4 platforms really, which is Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Facebook Gaming. And people are starting to make moves. Do either of you guys think that this is the end of Twitch?
No, I think this is just the beginning of Twitch, honestly, because Twitch, let's say you get a YouTube, right? YouTube in like the VOD slash video department is
Killing it.
like so miles ahead of Twitch, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the VODs and stuff. And I think it's good that like Twitch has so much more potential to grow that it's like it still can become like mainstream and stuff like YouTube does, because it doesn't matter who you ask these days. Everyone knows YouTube.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Everyone.
Does. There's not a like single soul that doesn't know what YouTube is. And then for normal stuff like, I don't know, how do I clean my vacuum, for example, you go to YouTube. You know, you type in what vacuum you have and you search a video, there's gonna be a video of that on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think that's what like makes YouTube this big and so far ahead. And I think like Mixer, Facebook, and Twitch, all these platforms still have so much potential to grow, because if you compare to YouTube, like not a lot of people know what these platforms are.
Yeah.
If you think of the average consumer, because obviously normal like Twitch is mostly gaming, I would say. Not everyone is interested in gaming, obviously, so not everyone knows what Twitch is, you know. But we have seen with like the Ninja stuff and all that like a lot of traction like over the last year came to Twitch alone, from like Ninja blowing up this big, like being one of the biggest personalities out there, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people that didn't hear of Twitch before know what Twitch is now, for
Definitely.
example. And I think that one that's what like makes Twitch have a lot of potential, you know. It still has so much to grow. Same with like Facebook gaming and like Mixer and like yeah. I mean, Facebook. Everyone knows what Facebook is as well, but not everyone knows what Facebook gaming is, because it's obviously gaming again, you know. So
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of potential for growth for all of these sites still.
The thing is that each of these platforms has a good amount of power, I would say, right? Twitch is obviously within a large community is the kind of the live stream platform, you know, within certainly all of our communities, and you know, people know Twitch, right? Mixer, though, you know, has the backing of Microsoft, which is not to be you know, discounted. They have a lot of things that they could do. They have a lot of money, which we've seen with certain moves. I mean, they, again, you know, Microsoft, all it would take is for them to embed Mixer into like Windows or something, and then it's like, that's a huge move. I don't know if they would ever do it, but they, you know, they have a lot of power and a lot of money. And again, obviously they're spending money trying to bring these big streamers like Shroud, Ninja, Goth over there. And I mean, I don't know how much it's going to work, because Twitch kind of grew as a community where it feels very much like Mixer's trying to buy communities, you know, and I guess they need a starting point somewhere. But then you've got YouTube, obviously, like Manu said, huge. They've got the algorithm. Everybody knows Facebook. It's YouTube, sorry. And it's going to bring, you know, a lot. I mean, they have so many viewers. It's just getting them into the live portion of it. And I know people who watch YouTube streams. You know, there's a viewer I have that, you know, prefers to watch YouTube streams. And, you know, I don't necessarily get it because I'm used to Twitch, but it's got the potential. And again, Facebook, you know, it's a massive network. You know, there are how many millions upon millions of accounts on Facebook. There's a lot of potential there as well. So I think any of these platforms could, in theory, blow up and become huge. And I understand streamers wanting to move because they have, you know, if you're in there early before a platform explodes, you're going to be in a position to benefit. So it's an interesting time to be a streamer now, a very interesting time. And it's now seeing these companies throwing their money and their weight around a little bit to take these big community members and move them off of Twitch is a little scary. However, I don't think Twitch is going anywhere. I think that it will always be the kind of, because again, even compared to, you know, these other platforms for live content, Twitch is still way above. Saying that from the streamer's point of view, I mean, if Mixer offered you a nice 2-year contract with you know, a lot of zeros on the end of that check, would you move over, Kibbles? Like,
If the money's right, probably. If I could retire, sure.
It's, yeah, I mean, this is the thing, is if you're a small streamer, I don't think it's worthwhile. Okay, so for me, I have my community. I've spent years on Twitch, and it would be like fresh start if I was to move platform. For big streamers that have very, very established communities, can you imagine how nice it would feel if that, you know, I mean, obviously, imagine you're a full-time streamer. You don't, you know, that is your job. So you're relying on subs, donations, whatever, as your income. If you suddenly get a big check and you know, well, I can now play any game I want. It doesn't matter how many subs I have because I've got like a salary or whatever to just play any game I want and just stream. That's an appealing offer, right? Like that's a nice offer. So I understand why people are moving as well.
Oh yeah. And you have to look at it of the way of, like, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Like, exactly like you're saying, you can do whatever you want, and you can really just focus on the content now.
I mean,
that helps.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Surgeon said if they gave you £100,000, but I think with like the bigger streamers like Ninja and stuff, that's like maybe 1% of what they got for the move.
Yeah, that's loose change.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, I've heard, and I don't think this is confirmed, but I mean, I've heard things that apparently Twitch are offering contracts to their larger streamers to keep them. And it's interesting that this is the world we're moving into now, where, you know, live streamers and content creators are being scouted for platforms and signed into contracts and deals. It shows how much power online influencers can have. I mean, we already kind of knew this because there's always been sponsorships and things like that going around for content creators. But now that a platform is literally saying, we want to pay this person to be on our platform because that's going to help us grow all together. I mean, that's crazy. And you know, I'll be interested to see what happens when these contracts run out, when Ninja's contract and Shroud's contract runs out. What's going to happen? I really just want to glimpse, I don't know, 2-3 years in the future and see, did they renew? Did they stay? Did Mixer blow up? Or did they come back? Because again, I think if you're Ninja size, you can come back to Twitch no problem in 2 years' time.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not that I'd necessarily think Ninja would. That's maybe a bad example after everything that happened.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But it's, at first I was a little scared when I started seeing so many big names leave, because I like Twitch. I don't want Twitch to disappear. But the more I think about it, the more I think it's not gonna affect Twitch really as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess, like I say, Cyber has experience with switching platforms, because when I met him originally, he was on Twitch and he moved to Mixer, and he's killing it over there. He's absolutely crushing it. But he's been there for a couple of years now, you know, so he got in early, which I think is key. All these people that are moving platforms now, I don't necessarily think that that's an immediate fix. You know, maybe you're treading water, you're not growing at the rate that you want to grow on Twitch. Moving to Mixer's not gonna just fix everything immediately, you know?
Yeah.
Regardless of where you are, there is a lot of hard work. With that being said, if you are now considering starting streaming, you don't stream currently, but you're thinking about getting into it, I don't know if I would recommend Twitch.
Yeah, I think Mixer on YouTube even would be better. Because there's,
Yeah.
like I said, there's more potential to grow, I think, on like Mixer, for example.
There's so much
Because obviously-
competition.
Yeah. On Twitch, like everyone streams on Twitch. Let's be real. Like just because there's a few streamers that are gone on the platform now doesn't really like make it much better. There's like millions of people that stream on Twitch daily.
Yeah.
So to get recognized from those people it's not easy.
Yeah. And like I say, if you get into one of these smaller platforms, start growing on there, you know, you've got nothing to lose if you're brand new, right? I mean, if you're streaming for fun, then by all means stream wherever you want, okay? And I think you should always stream for fun when you're starting out, right? But if you have a goal in your head of, I want to go full time, I want to make this a career, I think Twitch is the wrong choice right now. But again, that's obviously, anything can happen. You never know. It's interesting. I would like to get Cyber's take on it, because I know he's got a lot of thoughts on the whole thing when he's back. Do we have anything else to go into that, or do you want to talk about some games?
Yeah. Game time.
All right. For the viewers watching the live chat, we will take some questions as well. If anybody has any questions, generally on content creation, things like that, you know, if you've got anything for us that you want us to discuss or anything that you want to ask, drop it in chat. Make sure to one of us so we can see the question. But while you guys are putting some questions in chat, I know Kibbles, you've been playing Pokemon. What do you think of it?
Oh yeah. I love it. I love it so much. It's legitimately the most fun I've ever had on a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
So I remember playing the first one. I remember playing Blue a whole bunch when I was younger, and then Silver came out and it blew my mind, and I was just having so much fun. And then it kind of petered out from there. You know, I played a lot of Ruby and a lot of Pearl, but lost a lot of interest. And then this one came out, and there's just so many things I'd come across, and I'd go, "Oh my god, this!"
Yeah.
I think it's like 56 hours into it so far.
Not bad.
So
First
Little
Pokemon
bit of
game to
time
come
there.
out on Switch as well. Obviously, we don't want to give any spoilers, so yeah.
First real Pokemon game.
Well, that's true. It's the first main story game on the Switch. My experience is the same. I know Manny's enjoying it as well, but this okay, chat's flaming me now for not including Let's Go. Obviously, yes, there was
No,
Pokemon Let's Go.
I chose my words very carefully. I stand by my statement.
Yeah, I'm loving it as well. Like, there's controversy. I don't know what your guys' take on the fact that there's no national Pokedex, so not all Pokemon are in there. Not too bothered.
So I gotta say, I did play like the older Pokemon. The fuck is wrong with me? I did play the other Pokemons, but like mostly on like the Nintendo and like all these things on like my Game Boy Color. Like I had a fucking Pikachu Game Boy Color, which was nice. I'm so proud of that. So yeah, but I didn't play like when it came to like 3DS and stuff like that. I didn't play these Pokemons, so I didn't really have much expectations. I gotta say, because I'm not too big. I wasn't like too big into like the Pokemon thing because I only played like 3 or 4 games before that, so it didn't really bother me too much.
Yeah, I mean,
Filthy casual.
I'm enjoying the game a lot. I wish that they did have a full Pokedex, because I'm one of those people that's had the same Pokemon team for like 4 generations of game now, like since the DS, I think. Like, and I transferred them every time. So my normal way was to play the game, beat the game with whatever Pokemon were in there, and then trade in my team from the previous generation, and that was the team I would use to battle and stuff. And I can't do that because some of them aren't just not in the new game, which is it's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. It's fine. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I wonder, and this is me just throwing an idea out, which might never ever come to fruition, but I wonder if we could set up a zero strategy tournament and
No.
we stream it on this channel. We could have people stream their gameplay to like Discord or something. We could have someone commentating and run a tournament bracket.
That'd be fantastic.
I wonder if that's something we could look into. I'm giving myself a lot of work.
I just got to the very last part of the game, so I'm almost to where I can start doing IVs.
Nice. I beat all the gym leaders and I'm now in the finals. I've done a couple of battles of that, so
Nice.
I'm getting there too. Chat scene, you can do an online competition. Yeah, I'd like to set up something like that. Maybe stream it on this channel and
That'd be cool.
have a little
Have,
prize
like
or
someone
something.
shoutcast.
Yeah, and we could have like a prize. Dude, I think we should do this, and that would be
Cornflies Kamehaps is doing absolute work.
All right, Maddie, you've got the job. I mean, we don't need to hear any more.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's maybe an idea, but yeah, dude, I'm enjoying Pokemon quite a bit. The other big one that I haven't played but I've heard a bit about is Fallen Order. How
Yes.
Kibbles, have you played that? I know Manu has.
What?
Jedi Fallen Order, the new Star Wars game.
Oh, I didn't realize it was called Fallen Order. Yeah, no, I haven't played it.
So I
It
know.
looks good. I've watched a few people play it.
Yeah, I know Manu has. Tell us about it, Manu.
So obviously, like people heard the reviews, right? Like, it wasn't too great when like people saw trailers and like they said this is not gonna be that good and stuff. And then I usually don't look at that, but I saw IGN review, right?
Hmm.
And I know IGN is like always, oh, we hate everything. So I looked at a review and they gave it like a 9.6, and I'm like, IGN gave a game 9.6. There's no way. So I bought the game, and it's exceeded all the expectations. It's so good. Like, for me, because I play a lot of Dark Souls and like I played Sekiro, and it's kind of the style of that, you have your lightsaber, you dodge, you have stim shots to heal yourself, you have like these meditating things, which is like the bonfire, for example, in
Okay.
Dark Souls, and the fights are the same. Like, you parry to like break their guard and like do a special finishing move, and in the story you develop like your own lightsaber at some point. Like, you build your own one. I don't want to spoil too much, but I really loved it. I finished it in the second day of buying it because I like played 18 hours the first day. So
Damn.
and now I'm like I almost got the platinum trophy for it on PlayStation. So I want to complete that.
It looks beautiful from what I've seen.
Mm.
It looks absolutely, and I want to get it just to look at it. Like, I'm not the
not
biggest
gonna
Star
play
Wars
this.
fan in the world. I like Star Wars, but I was on the fence after seeing the original reveal. But I've heard nothing but good things, and I think it looks
Yeah.
amazing. I know there was some performance issues on PC. Is it still? I mean, I know you're on console. How does it work on PlayStation?
It still feels really good. Like, sometimes it actually has even 60 FPS on PlayStation, but not all the time, obviously. But it looks amazing. And for someone like me, like, I don't care if I play 60 or 30 FPS. Obviously, I prefer 60, but I heard sometimes it doesn't run as well on PC, so I just went safe because I don't have the most powerful PC and went with PlayStation
Sure.
because I know it's going to run there. And I still didn't have any issues. It really like felt nice. It's a nice game, if you play like multiplayer all the time, to just play a story game,
Sure.
and it's good.
Yeah, I
I
might
really
have
like
to
it.
pick it up. I might have to get into
It's
it.
like it's legit like the cutscenes developed like it's a movie as well. You know, it's so good. It's really good. You should get it. I can recommend. I'm giving a GermanReviewers.net is giving 9.9 out of 10.
9.9. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to get into that.
I had to take 1.1 away because he didn't dab in it, obviously.
That's totally fair. I completely understand. Completely.
I know that might be a deal breaker though.
Mm.
Yeah, true.
I'm excited about it. Is there anything else that's come out or coming out soon? Borderlands 3 had a DLC, is that right?
Yes, Borderlands 3 DLC is coming out 19th of December, which is my birthday. So
Write that down.
that's gonna be nice. I'm just gonna be playing Borderlands 3 all day on my birthday. So no one
Nice.
reach out to me, please. Thank you.
Manu, is that a hint that you want me to buy you Borderlands for your birthday?
I mean,
Well,
I
if
have
you
Borderlands.
insist.
The DLC, I meant, you know.
I mean, if you want to. No, I already pre-ordered.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Halo, that's the other one. Halo on PC.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be
I'm not the
getting
biggest
real
Halo
into that.
fan.
No?
No,
I
no, I
never-
played 3 a whole lot.
Oh fuck.
Sorry, Kibbles, you were saying?
I don't remember.
I think you were just saying you never really played
I
a lot of Halo.
I played 3 a lot, but that was really it.
Hmm.
My wife and I were playing through the collection that they had on Xbox One.
Sure.
Because we were like, oh, we'll do couch co-op and play through all of them, and we got through most of the first one, and then one of is that our schedules changed. We weren't able to play as much, and one of her friends wanted to borrow some games, so I was like, sure, whatever. We don't really play the Xbox One, so she can just take those, borrow them for a little bit, and then she dropped off the face of the fucking planet, and I lost like 9 games.
God damn it.
That piece of shit.
I mean, I never played a Halo in my life before because I always been a PlayStation kid. So I never had an Xbox. Logical thinking, I never played Halo.
Mm.
But I always wanted to because like I like Destiny, I like the combat of Destiny, I love how Halo looks. So I'm gonna get it and try it and maybe I'll like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into it for sure. I'm looking forward to that. Should we collab, Manu?
Yeah, we could collab. Why do you ask me that on stream though? Very
You're
rude.
right. That's so unprofessional of me. You're right. You're so right. Damn it! I broke my own rules. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
It's an exciting time. A lot of good games out right now. A lot to look forward to in the next couple of months. I mean, it's always good near the end of the
Next
year.
year. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff coming out next year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
I mean,
Psychonauts 2.
It's been a good year in general this year.
let's be real. 2019 has been great for games.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think 2020 is gonna be even better with like PlayStation 5 coming out in like end of the year.
Like, let's
Yeah.
see here.
Um,
Cyberpunk 2077.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
That
that's
looks
also
really cool.
Cyberpunk. I don't know what launch
Last of
games
Us
are gonna
2?
be PlayStation.
Yeah.
Last of
yeah.
Us 2, yeah.
I don't know if
um,
any of you guys ever played Vampire the Masquerade, but they're coming out with a new one.
I
and it
heard
looks
it. I never played it. I heard
good.
about
They had like a tabletop D&D style thing that my friends and I used to play a lot when we were younger.
it. Mm.
So I'm very
know-
excited. The new Animal Crossing, my wife's super excited for that.
Yes, me too. Oh, Animal Crossing is so good. I, it's like
I've only
I
ever
need
watched her play it.
because I need more Switch games. You know,
Mm,
I need to play my Switch more. That's why
Just
Pokemon was
Pokemon.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. But at some point, I need something else as well. Like the new Animal Crossing is gonna be good. I know, like I don't know which launch games are gonna be with PlayStation 5, but I'm gonna hope there's like gonna be Elder Scrolls 6,
that'd be cool.
maybe.
I'd be
Hopefully.
excited for that. If they don't,
yeah.
if they don't Fallout 76 it.
I've
Yeah.
lost a lot of faith in Bethesda.
Yeah.
They're still doing real shady things.
Yeah, it's
Fun.
interesting. I don't know if I see Elder Scrolls 6 coming out launch title. I just unless they do cross-platform where it comes out on PS4 and PS5. I don't know. I still think that game's a couple of years away.
I think one of the launch titles with the PS5 is gonna be like a new Rainbow Six game, as far as I heard. I think there's a new Rainbow Six game coming out.
That
which is,
makes
like,
sense.
It's like Rainbow Six Siege, I guess. I think it's called Rainbow Six Quarantine or something. I'm not sure, but apparently it's like Rainbow Six Siege, just like
Hmm.
different.
Interesting.
It's like that style. Game.
Yeah.
I've got
Which is
a. Oh yeah, here we go. Rainbow Six Quarantine.
Quarantine, yeah.
Yeah, there's a new Dragon Ball Z game coming out called
Yes,
Kakarot.
Kakarot.
Yes.
I wanna-
Yeah. I was talking
Have
about that
you watched
today.
videos about this? Because
I didn't know about it until just now.
because I didn't think it's gonna be that good. Like
Mm.
because like I know the story. I know like the normal DBZ like sagas.
Yeah.
But when I looked at the combat, it actually looked pretty good. So I'm still debating on getting it. I'm not sure yet. Though.
Yeah, it's like a role playing game, rather
Yeah.
than just like the normal fighter. But the problem with Dragon Ball, which is the same as
like-
if you ever played the Dynasty Warriors series,
Mm.
it's the same story every time,
Mm.
Yeah.
and they maybe change up some of the mechanics and the fights, but it's still
Yeah.
the story goes from point A to point Z, and it just runs through the story. We know who all the bad guys are. There's nothing original really happening, which does put me off a little bit because it's like, yeah, okay, but I want to get to the cool bit later on, and I'm interested because I like Dragon Ball, but I don't know how it'll be.
Mm. Doom Eternal. I don't know if any of
Yeah.
you guys play Doom.
Oh wait, wasn't Doom Eternal was supposed to come out like this month early, right? But they
I don't know.
they delayed it. Yeah, it was supposed to come out at like the 10th of November, I think,
Hmm.
or something like that. But they delayed it to next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting, 100%.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
It's gonna be.
I'm scrolling
lot
through
of-
all the things. There's a lot.
It's also gonna be a lot of new anime. Poggers.
Yeah, well, that's for another podcast, I think.
Yes.
All right, well, I think that's the show, right? Unless anyone has anything
Yeah.
else,
This was a show. You're right.
this was the show.
Yeah.
So quick shout out to anyone who's listening on audio podcast platforms, I don't know, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all those ones.
Apple Music.
Make sure you check out the YouTube where we post the video of the podcast, and anybody who's watching it live in Twitch, we do this live, twitch.tv/Zero Strategy Podcast. Come by a stream next time and check out our Twitter, all that stuff. Kibbles, do you want to shout anything out? Give us any, what you got coming up? What's happening for you?
Pokemon, give me stuff in it. That'd be cool. Trade me shinies. No, is that not how this works?
I
Damn,
mean,
okay. Yeah. So I stream on Twitch 3 days a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I upload on YouTube kind of. It's a little broken up right now. I've written out a lot of stuff. There's going to be more content out. But yeah, come catch me on stream. I'm going to be playing a lot of Pokemon.
all right. What about yourself, Manu? You got anything coming up? Anything you want to plug?
So well, my Discord is that guy called. If you have any Baby Yoda memes, something, you can send me. I take those. I'm not like streaming too much right now, honestly, because I have like a lot of things to do with work and like driving license shit. So probably just YouTube because I'm working on a new YouTube video, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Which is also that guy called. Other than that, not really. No.
All right, cool. Well, my name's Condyfly. I also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Condyfly. Same on YouTube. I actually have a video coming out in 2 minutes. Scheduled uploads. That's right.
Hey,
I have a video that's
good
going to be out. It's a good one. It's a horror game. I was very scared, so that one will be available for you if you're watching live right after this podcast ends. So go check that out. But yeah, guys, again, make sure to follow the Twitter for the podcast to keep up to date. I really would like to get to a point where we can start taking questions on the Twitter account, and then just having them pre-prepared for the show. So make sure you do check out the Twitter there. Also, I want to have this Pokemon tournament, okay? I want to make this a reality. I want to give everyone some time to get leveled up and get through it. But yeah, let's put this together. So we'll find some way of getting names for it. I don't know. I just like to say ideas and then hope that things happen. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that's us. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back hopefully soon. We'll keep you posted. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.